Hello, everyone. Welcome to Get Folked. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Get Folked, a casual listening podcast anchored in our love of folk music with enough slack on the line to bring into our worlds of Limerick, Berlin, and sometimes beyond. My name's Andrew.
My name is Edward, and welcome to the Get Folk podcast. And as always, if you want to help the podcast, you can subscribe to us on what's the name of it again? Substack. That's it. Subscribe to the podcast on Substack. The more people we have there, the more Substack likes us, actually. And just better for us in general. And you can also find the podcast on Apple Podcasts and on Spotify and YouTube. So hope you find us somewhere. We're very easy to find though. So thanks for listening so far. It'll only get better.
It can only get better. Now, in this episode, It might be special because it could involve long monologues by either myself or Ed to combat what seems to be another glitch in the Matrix. It turns out that Sam didn't sort everything out with our Zencaster problems. Maybe Sam's not the problem. As I wrote in last week's blurb, our provider of podcasts was doing an update last week, and it has a feeling it's gone backwards. But maybe that's just teething problems. Maybe they're just like new bolts in a bike. They take time to grease up,
get loose again.
Yeah.
Sometimes
there is something that when it gets new, it needs a while to bed in. There is something there out there in the world. There's an analogy there, is there?
There is. I think what you're talking about, actually, do you know what it is? It's they're on a washing machine. You've got these things, or well, any motor really. If you replace these carbon things on a motor, that they conduct the electricity from the motor to the wire, they're called carbon brushes. When you change those carbon brushes, they need time to bed in. As in, they start off square, but the thing that they're up against is round, so they have to bed into that, and that's, I think, where that comes from.
Well, I really hope that this baby beds in the next 10 minutes, because even listening to that was a challenge.
10 minutes? Jesus.
But I've got...
Oh, really? That was all broken up and shit, was it?
No, it was okay. It was all right. For the listener.
You mean the content, what I was saying?
The content was just like, is this what's caused this? Zencaster can't fix this. They can't fix that. That's just... It's all you.
I wish the connection was worse, actually, now. I'm just trying to drop knowledge because I didn't prepare. I saw you writing notes and everything before. I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna fucking bring something." So that's it. That's my carbon brushes.
As you mentioned already, Ed, you're on a flipped schedule for the next few weeks. So it's I don't expect much because you give enough when you can, and when you can't, then you got to focus on. I do like your push though to rename. Somehow it's you found a middle ground between the Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, that you just want to call it land from now on.
Even and.
Oh, there's just and.
So it's, like all like aggressive and. Well, it should be a question mark then as well. That's a very faded map now. That was quite brightly coloured. There's a map behind me of Ireland and all the counties, the island of Ireland, just for geographical. We're trying to teach our kids geography. I remember once when I was a kid, there was a map in school, and it had two sides in it, and so there's a picture on both sides, and one side was like the county boundaries, and it was coloured all different colours, and each county had its name in it. And we were in, I must have been in at least first class, but I think I was older. So I think I was in maybe second or third class. So what age is that? Like 7 or 8, I'd say. And one day the teacher like flipped over the map to show the blank map that just had the county boundaries on it. And she called me up and asked me to point out where Tipperary was. I couldn't do it. Um, I'm guessing the connection has gone pretty bad because that
No,
got
no,
no
no. Keep
reaction
going,
from
keep going.
Mandy.
I'm with you. Yes, yes. It was. Maybe I missed the punchline there, but you flipped over the map, and then
Oh, you're just really angry. like it really
interesting.
offended your teacher sensibilities. You're like,
But I
fuck's
feel like
sake,
this could be a
fucking
fun episode.
students.
We can do this. We can make it through this episode. Just and as people watching it, I hope YouTube kind of picks up on these pauses and just has people staring. I'm not sure how Zencaster does it with YouTube. But is it just me looking at your story and staring at you like very intently?
That's what I got. That's what I got. But I can hear you very well. But that's I got like I hit the point of that story, and you just intensely looked. You're like, what the fuck? You didn't know where fucking Tipperary was on the map.
The
Is that
most
what you're telling me?
important thing. All right, poor you. All right, all right.
Yeah.
That's geography's hard. Geography, like it's not done like it was done in the old days as well. It's even harder now. I think kids are like because
Well,
we have
imagine
Google Maps.
exactly. Well, imagine my shock, Andy, when I thought that was what geography was, and I was like, "Well, geography's already hard." And then I get into secondary school, and no, geography's all about like fucking rocks and fucking tectonic plates and all that kind of shit. You lump all that stuff in. I was like, I can't even find Tipperary. You're gonna hit me with interlocking spurs?
I actually tried to talking about like teaching kids, and I guess now we are now the teachers. As parents,
You are
kind of you try to. I am a teacher by profession, but we're all teachers as parents. That's what you sign up to be. It's just how much you're how much you're willing to put in and how much you can put in.
How much?
However, anyways,
How much of a job share
I don't know.
situation you're in?
It's a job share. But
Job share is. Do you know what a job share is? Do you know what a job share is?
I do know. I do. Yes, I do.
you know okay.
I've heard of some teachers doing it in Ireland. It's a thing, and maybe it's a whole thing, not just teaching. Is it? Is it a whole thing? Or do people job share
No,
all jobs?
it's not just. Yeah, no, I don't know if all job. I don't think I get away with it. Job sharing my job, floating that suggestion. I was like, look, I want a job share my job, and I can imagine them going, okay, who are you going to job share your job with? And
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't know, I haven't found him yet. That could be your problem. You find the person I job share with, but I'm
Yeah,
not coming in tomorrow. Basically,
just
you have
some
to sort
geek
it
off
out.
the street. He's just
So.
like, yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here with Ed. I'm the other guy. I'm the other Ed.
man.
Uh,
Hey man, yeah, hey. I don't know.
but yeah. So like,
Go on.
like I was one of the many things I have written down here beside me is camping, and I do have some music to talk about as well. I feel like I have to start every episode by
Awesome.
locking in. I just want to talk about some music at some point. 3 different tangents of music in terms of
Right.
what I want to talk about. But before I talk about any music, I feel like I timed that very well. The camping, we were talking about teaching kids. So I was trying to teach my youngest one this week about the solar eclipse because the eclipse was happening on Wednesday. Did you see it?
Oh yeah.
You did not see it, I take it then at this point. No.
Oh, I did. Sorry, yeah. I said, oh yeah, sorry, yeah.
Oh yeah. The oh yeah came off like it reminded you that there was an eclipse and you missed it.
It did.
Or else
It
it's
did. That
like,
was it.
oh, that-
It did remind me.
Oh, but
They didn't teach me that in geography.
no. Well, they would have got more of a science subject. More of a science subject. Anyways, I was trying to teach him about it, so you're gonna have to settle in for this one, Ed. I'm gonna go on a monologue. You might miss bits of
I'm
it. You can
here.
just fill it out as I go along.
And I'll tell you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to interrupt you because that seems to be really fucking holding up. So I'm just going to sit here in the
Okay,
little quiet
so,
boys' corner here.
uh,
And I'm going to just listen to what Andy has to say.
Okay. It's not that good a story now. It feels like everything is being fucking hyped up now to its fucking nines. It's not even. That basically just couldn't give a shit. It just I was trying to get the real excitement going about this solar eclipse. We were out camping in a lake just outside of Berlin, so we were like light pollution was at a minimum. Like we were not okay. It was a solar eclipse. It's just like didn't really matter for the light pollution. But the reason I mentioned the light pollution is because yeah, you can't interrupt because yeah. So just sit there and enjoy this monologue. But trying to teach him about the fucking solar eclipse, and it's just so disinterested. Like I didn't even tell him. I didn't even tell them that I had bought the glasses so they could stare at the sun yet. This was my big thing. I was building up towards these cool glasses that I was going to give to him, and I just couldn't get him to the point of caring about what I was talking about. That just like in the end, I was like, "There's your fucking glasses. just fucking look at the sun." couldn't get the lesson done. But yeah, but in the end, it was interesting. Turns out though, you have to kind of look at this with kids if it's the first time that they're looking at a solar eclipse. You have to remember it's probably the first time they're ever really thinking about looking at the sun. So like, it's the I showed them. So we looked at the solar eclipse when it was happening, but like they hadn't seen what it looked like because through the solar eclipse glasses, all you can see is the sun and everything else is blacked out. So it's like all you see is a red circle. Well, you should see a red circle, but what you see is like the shape of the moon cutting across the sun, which makes them think they're looking at the moon. Which they are looking at the moon, I guess. What I'm trying to say is, it would have been better if we looked at the sun with the glasses first, like as a whole sun thing, and then, oh, this is a good idea, yes, and then watch the eclipse. However, very, very nice experience. Edward, you're in.
So I went out and I looked straight at the sun.
No.
Like, uh, like I couldn't. I knew all the facts. I knew all the. I knew I shouldn't have done that. I knew I shouldn't be doing it. But I went out and I was like, going, how? I mean, cause the whole ambient light, it was really cool. I mean, it was really cloudy day, kind of anyway. So you couldn't 100% see the sun, but the cloud was weak at times. But the ambient light was very cool. Like it was really, really dark in a really weird way. It was dark. You were still casting a shadow. I thought that was really, really eerie, really kind of cool looking. And you don't normally see ambient light of that shade. So I was really hypnotized by it. And then I was just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna look at the sun. So I looked up at the sun. I was like, ow! And then I went back inside. I got my sunglasses, and then I went back out again. I was like, I'll try this one more time. I looked up at the sun again. And I was like, oh yeah, that's really cool. Ow, though, I can't actually look at that. That sun is unbelievable. So listen to the scientists. That's the point I would make. They're right.
Listen to your
You
parents.
shouldn't actually look
Listen
at
to
the
your
sun.
fucking parents is the fucking first thing you should
Where
do.
where
Just
were my
look.
parents? Where were they? I needed them. I needed
The
them to tell me that,
telescope
and they
looking
weren't there.
directly at the sun,
No.
just like straight.
Pat and Bridie never told me shit.
No. Well, in fairness, there's a lot of things that we weren't told. Like, just like I feel like eclipses happened, and yeah, I didn't know much about them. Then it was always cloudy, so you never really have to worry about it too much in Ireland.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
normally, it's
Exactly.
like not a
Yeah.
thing. We always miss out on it. Whereas where I was, like it's as we all know, as I've said, Europe is burning, and it's very hot here, and on that. Just metaphor.
That's not funny.
No, just physically, as I said last week.
So
not
only
metaphor.
physically.
No.
Like metaphorically, everything's fine. Actually, but
Everything's
it's
actually
it's just the physical world we have to worry about.
But yeah, so it was like 30, it was something like 30 or 33 degrees, and we were actually in our campsite because, like I was trying to get the timing right for the whole day. We had like rented beside this lake you can rent a pedal boat, so we rented a pedal boat for 2 days, and I'll tell you why in a second. So we were out in the pedal boat, and we were whatever around, but like we've said this before about especially when you and I, it doesn't matter what kind of a boat you're on. Boat time fucks you up. Boat time is just like we were, I would say, a good 5-6 hours on the pedal boat, like just going around this little lake, like, Of course, it's a pedal boat, and I really pushed for not a pedal boat. But
Yeah, because
the
you
kids
knew
were
you were
very
going to be
excited.
doing.
Yes, The kids were
Yeah.
very excited about the pedal boat, but it ended up like, yeah, as you said, me being the engine to this ship.
Exactly.
So,
Yeah, yeah. You're like the boys in the Titanic in the coal room. That's what you
oh
were.
god,
Just
it was,
fucking
yeah.
just
And
shoveling the coal with your giant calves.
there was what at one
Um,
stage I actually thought the boat was broken because I was pedaling and pedaling and pedaling, and it just just felt like we were going nowhere, but we actually
Dead
weren't
weight.
moving, but it just did. And I was at, and then the kid, like, and they had discovered at one stage, like when my youngest one and my wife were pedaling, I went behind the pedal board and I was like, oh, this will be nice. Like, I'll get dragged along and it'll be just kind of like a really slow, just super chill, super nice. So I went to the back of it and they were just dragging me along, but they would like pedal for 5 seconds, stop, pedal for 5 seconds, stop, pedal for 5 seconds, stop, and ended up going like, all right, so I won't do this. So I get out of it. And then, of course, two lads get back in and they're going to have a fucking great time. So they just, you know what? The sacrifices we make it. Go on. Go ahead there, Ed.
Mm. Just did you ever see like a rubber dinghy trying to tow a fucking sperm whale?
No.
That's
Is that,
that's all.
is,
That's the picture that came into my mind there.
thanks, man.
And your boys trying to like furiously trying to. It's like we're not moving. They're not moving.
But there's a lot to
Why
teach,
too?
but they won't listen. Like, well, no, one of them won't listen. The other one
Mm.
is all right to listen. The other one, not at all. Just doesn't care. Wants to drive the boat. Doesn't understand the whole kind of, you got to plan 10 seconds ahead of your move. You can't. No, it's just like, and I'm doing all the pedaling and he's just like full left, so the rudder is not straight. It's hard to pedal because he's turning it full that way, and then of course we start going way too far right, so he goes full left, just like, I'm just like, yeah, 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 yeah. At one stage, like, I got a pain in my hamstring, and a part of my hamstring I had never ever got pain in before in my life. Like, it was just weird. This
Uh-huh.
one part of my, like, it was like not the front where your thigh muscle is or your hamstring at the back, but somewhere there in the middle, it just started seizing up. I was like, ah! But I survived. I survived.
They were instantly like jettison this guy, dead weight,
Just
throw him
like-
overboard, throw him overboard.
but
You
really,
said you rented it for 2 days. Why did you do that? Because
we rent-
because boat time was
No, because
long time?
it was only when I was leaving our apartment here to go camping, I met our neighbor who was also heading off camping for the weekend, and we got talking about the eclipse. And then she told me there's going to be a meteor shower tonight as well, and it was like the
Wow.
so I'm trying to, because I looked up, it's called the Perseus or something meteor shower. There it is here. So the solar eclipse and meteor shower. So while parts of Greenland and Western Europe savor a total eclipse, much of Northern Hemisphere will be able to see the peak of the Perseid, Perseid meteor shower on Wednesday night. So this was my plan, was like to, and this was the second surprise. And this excited him as well. But again, trying to explain what meteor showers are, it's just like, get to what we're doing, which is,
Yeah.
we went down at
Yeah.
like 11:30 at night, so it was pitch black dark, and we took out the pedal boat again, and we pedaled out into the
Wow.
middle of this like dead calm lake, out into total darkness, and just laid back in the pedal boat. And honestly, we saw at least 30 meteors like flying through the sky. Like, you'd see them every couple of seconds. Someone would see one and you'd stare over there. It was like, it was a nice moment. It was one of those things that you're like,
Beautiful.
this, the stars, if you'll excuse the pun, have aligned.
Not a
Even though
pun,
they're
but
not
okay, I
stars, they're
get it.
meteors.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I
uh,
get it. Very good.
but
Wow.
yeah, so
Like a buddy of mine had to extend the rental on. He rented a car once, and he rented a car once, and what did he do? Oh yeah. Well, actually, this guy did two things. Actually, sorry. He wasn't very. He was in a different country when he did this, but he had a type of car that he had driven over himself. Okay, it was an old banger, and then
driven
the gearbox
over where does it
from
matter?
Ireland to this country. Yeah,
Okay.
and the gearbox went in it, and pretty expensive. He had no money, so he rented out the same car, but like newer, and he took the gearbox out of the rental car and installed it in his car, and then gave the car back and gave out to them for giving him one with a shit gearbox. got away with it.
Amazing. But that's
Yeah.
that's. I don't know if AI is going to help me with that transfer of just like how to change a gearbox in a car. It would help me, but
Yeah, well, this guy was fairly
yeah,
technically kind of savvy and stuff like that.
man,
I couldn't do that, but
that's excellent.
that's next
Thinking.
level stuff, isn't it?
That
You know?
is that's and legendary stuff, because
Yeah. So
also I
I
was
was wondering.
delighted
Yeah.
to hear you stick it to the stick it to the car rental companies
Yeah, they're up there with insurance companies actually. They're rental
in and
companies,
around,
but,
in and around the same
yeah.
bracket.
But so you didn't have any situation like that. You had genuine good
No. I
reasons.
was actually
to-
I kept like telling like my family, don't say we're ringing it out at nighttime. We'll ask them. We'll say sorry if they told us we shouldn't do it. But nobody's and then like I was keeping this secret in my head, but like little did I know that, and I was present during the conversation when she said, because of course we booked it for 2 days, and she was, and when we booked it, yeah, we'd like for 2 days, 2 days, just like you're a fucking idiot for getting a boat for
Yeah.
2 days, like straight away.
Yeah. What are you going to see on the second day?
I know.
That's what she's thinking of. What?
But Maliki told me afterwards, she said like, no, she said, oh, you want to take it out at night, and my family were like, yeah, but in my head, because I wasn't paying attention, I mightn't have understood it anyway, but in my head I was like, everyone shut the fuck up, okay, we got to go down here in the cover of darkness and nothing to fucking no one about this.
Keep this on the DL.
But no, it was completely fine. So yeah, no, the only worry is, of course, is like you're out in a boat at nighttime. So and we like my boys can swim now, so we have they didn't have life jackets. So that would be the only worry. But we were holding their hands the whole time. Kind of, we took one and the other, and it was nice. So that's the only worry.
I feel like, yeah, but I feel like every romantic movie has kind of said that's okay to do. Go out on a lake at night.
Yeah, exactly. And then that's where I get my parenting advice from. His most romantic movies is where I've picked up all my parenting tips.
Yeah. Not rom-coms now, romantic, like full on romantic.
All like Basic Instinct. Like that's where I get all my parenting advice from.
Which one was that again? Is that the one with
Sharon Stone, wasn't it?
Sharon Stone, the famous crotch shot?
Not the one with Tom Cruise. Was in one with Nicole Kidman, Eyes Wide Shut. That was the other one. That's the other one I get my. That's the other one I get my parenting skills.
Well, Halloween masks. I mean, really taken care of. A lot of masks in that one. A lot of penises as well, though. Like a lot of penises.
I didn't actually see it. I've never seen it. But I'm numb.
Fairly
to
raunchy.
I'm numb to the penis, man. I'm numb to it all. I went naked swimming and everything. I was out in this boat. I was first time. I was like, I'm gone for it now. So then 2 boys, we were all out there. Boom.
Go away, yeah.
Fully integrated. I know I keep talking about how much I'm getting naked on this podcast a lot these days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just in case the listeners are wondering, how often is Andy getting naked and in what situations? Now they know.
But I couldn't recommend the camping enough. Like it's such. I'll chat you off microphone and maybe we should look into it, because it's the camping place itself is really nice as well. We're worried about mosquitoes. I set up a pretty nice. We were talking recently about that movie Eden, and it's a movie on Amazon Prime, and there's basically 3 kind of main characters or groups of characters in it. There's the scientist, there's the family, and then there's the rich person, we'll say. I'm not ruining anything for you there, but if you do decide to watch the movie, and it is a very good movie, but remember and this is also in a lot of jungle things, when someone sets up like a gazebo or a pavilion, and then they put down the mosquito net around it so like bugs can't get in.
Did you do that?
I set up that thing in the middle of the forest as well, and it was really nice. So like, you were there in the middle, like it was getting dark at night, and we just had our lamp on, and like there was only one night somehow the moths somehow breached the perimeter and got in, but other than that it was pretty sweet. Plus the place we went to was moths. Not a lot of mosquitoes. Just moths.
How the fuck did the moths get through the net and not the mosquitoes?
You see, there is a little place where the gazebo roof is coming down, and then there's where you have to attach the mosquito net to the bar. So there is if you don't have your mosquito net very tight to the bar, they can kind of hit the net and then make their way slowly up and pop in. But it's still there was an obnoxious amount of moths in the thing that we actually just had to call it that night. But then the next day they weren't there, and the day before they weren't there. So I don't know what it was about it that night. And maybe it was the eclipse and the meteor shower. Made everyone go.
The next one is in The next is in 2090, I think. The next eclipse.
But see, there's an
Um,
eclipse every year though. Like there's also an eclipse next year as well. This is what I don't really get. Is it like just for that specific area? The next full eclipse is, I don't know.
I think it's full. I think it's full eclipse, full
Oh,
solar eclipse. I think
okay. It
is
will be
in
so there will be
2090.
an eclipse, but the next full
Yeah,
one will be 2090. What
as
are
far as I
you,
know, yeah,
26,
70 more years.
74 years?
So,
Oh, Jesus, we'll hardly make it.
well,
Well, our
if we
kids
both
could
stay
make
going to the gym, Andy, we might make it. I don't know.
74. Jesus Christ, our kids could be old enough. We could like book in a place now for them.
Book a
Just
boat.
book a pedal boat.
Book a pedal boat. Two
Had
days.
2 days, and they don't care about the date that we're booking it. It's just the 2 days that again is bothering them. It's like 2 days.
What? Two? 2 days? 74 years from now? 2 days? You're sure you want for 2 days? Yes, please.
But yeah, everything like that. Like, so yeah, camping, excellent, man. Really
Mm.
nice place. There's loads of these amazing dower. They call them dower camping, which is why I don't know if you always see the name of what I call something dower, man. I called it the name of the Zencaster title for this gathering of us two. But do you know what dower camping is?
Like dower is like it's shite in like in English. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's dour.
it's
Like it's
I think
if you describe something as a dour using the
yeah,
verb
yeah,
dour,
it's
it's like
dower,
or
yeah,
adjective dour. It's
dower
like
weather. No,
it's
it's
dour. That fella's dour.
yeah. Oh, that's
So
interesting.
it's not that, I guess.
No, dower is permanent. So permanent campers. So you have like these people that
Oh,
like rent the spot where they camp, and it's a yearly thing. It's like owning a communal piece of a communal garden.
yeah, I
Once you
got
have
you.
it, you have it, and you kind of pay
You gotta
fees to be
die.
part of it. But like people have set up these amazing campsites. Like they wheel caravans in, but then they build an entire like space around the camper van, like with a shed going over it, and then like they have their camping chair, they have their tables and their eating meal place just outside that, and they build up pavilions and they have their boat. Like it's just it's really nice. I Part of me would really love to have one, but then part of me is just like then you're locked into the one place for the rest of your time that you want to be kind of maybe going somewhere. Yes, Ed.
So, but do they have tents there? These dour campers,
Mm,
or
Not really. No, it's a big like
are they camping
it's a
then?
they've built a kind of the frame of a shed with a kind of a tent pavilion thing over it, like what do you call that
Okay,
thing? A cover, like not it's
like
not
a tarp.
a tarp exactly. And they yeah, and then they put their camper van underneath the tarp and that, and then everything else is built around it, and then they put their mosquito nets dropping down out of the tarp to stop mosquitoes getting in. And it's some
Mosquito
of them are
nuts.
just really just like messy looking, like, but just classic looking, like, it's like it's been
Yeah.
built out of the pieces and bits of wood that have been found all around the place.
Mm.
And just really really nice. Everyone owns some sort of violent dog though as well. I took a wander down, and I decided I was going to meet my family at the beach that's just down there, but I said I was going to go a different way just to just to see what's going on. But I shouldn't have
Mm.
went off the beaten track, because then I just didn't know what was a path into someone's dower camp and what was a path to where I needed to go. And my God, the amount of Rottweilers and Alsatians is just insane. Thankfully, I met
Okay.
a nice old couple who were just sitting there, and they kind of helped me find my way back to where I was going. I actually met them the following day as well, and I had Malachy with me at that time, and they were like, "Oh, du hast eine Sonne gefunden," and blah blah blah. And then she asked, "Du kommst aus Großbritannien?" And I was like, "No, no, no, I'm Irish." And she was like, "Ah, Irish." She was like in her 70s, 80s, and she ran straight out and started chatting away in German, just about how she loves Ireland and how she was there in 1996 with her family, how she was down in Kerry and Carzaveen, and all of this stuff. It was really, really nice. And I
Oh,
told her I'll come back up next year and we'll have a drink together. Um,
oh.
so
Bring some
no,
whiskey now or something, Andy.
yeah, I will do. No, it was really nice, and but everyone was like that as well. It was kind of
Yeah.
a lot of the Dower campers were really, really friendly, really nice
Oh,
people,
okay. Yeah.
and the whole place. There's a beside that beach, like there's like a couple of like when I say beach, it's like 5 meters wide, 4 meters wide, and with reeds either side of it. But it's still gorgeous, like, it's absolutely beautiful. And then there's like a whole green area then behind these places, and a lot of people just sitting there just baking their bodies, like like you've seen it. We've all seen it kind of when we've gone on holidays. Just people that seem to just decide, I'm just going to soak up the sun's rays
I
forever.
want to. I want to look like a leather bag,
A leather bag, and they do, and they do.
a dark brown leather
Oh,
bag.
it's
You know.
crazy how much these people kind of stay in the
Yeah.
in the sun so much. But really nice setup as well. Even down by that, I was saying, I don't know. I'll talk to you about album launches or places to play a gig, but they have a really nice, like, temporary bar stage type thing set up beside the water. I took a picture of it, which I'll send you afterwards. And it's just like, I don't know. There's something about it, like with the atmosphere of the people that are there as well. It's just like they're all just
Cool.
super friendly and just mad for something different to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, really, really nice. But and the last thing about the camping was where we were staying. We kind of got friendly with these people. This dour camper who from Copenhagen. He was just in front of us, and he seemed like he was a real man about town. He was chatting to every single, like, people that pulled up. He was just like straight away just chatting about whatever it is, where you've come from, his guitar camp, how he's been there for 3 years, what his son has done, yada yada yada. And even like when we were doing the wash up by the sink, he came over and was chatting to Maliki, and he was like, Maliki was talking about his Tigers, his Berlin Tigers T-shirt, and it was. Then he said, "Oh, my son went to America to play basketball. He's just over there in the tent there. Why don't you go over to him and talk to him about basketball? Over to his, like, dower camp, like, And his son was like 35 years old. Like, it wasn't like he was, and he was saying to Malik, "Go on over there and talk to him about basketball." And Malik was like,
I was like, okay.
So he didn't at all. He said he might call over later, but we
But
left
he
that one.
didn't.
But the same family, one morning we were getting up, and we were, or no, we weren't getting up. Whatever we were doing, you're just doing stuff around your tent, and I saw them all getting into a car, and they were all dressed in black, and I was like, "Oh, look, they're all dressed up really fancy," and they were all wearing black, so I was like, "Oh, it must be like, maybe it's a funeral they're going to." So anyway, inevitably, your man is chatting to us again, and he's like, "Yeah, they're going to the funeral of the mother-in-law." So, like, okay, that's great.
What?
Yeah, so they were all off to the funeral somewhere nearby, I guess. He wasn't going. And
He wasn't going to his mother-in-law's funeral.
no, it was his son's mother-in-law.
Okay.
So yeah,
Son's
it's still
mother-in-law.
one that maybe in Ireland we
Still
would go
one,
to.
most definitely.
It's most definitely, actually, yeah. But
And
he was,
also strange to go there from a campsite. Actually, strange to go to a
Strange.
funeral from a campsite.
well, trust me, it got weird because, like, we were like, "Oh, that's fine, that's fine." And next thing, anyways, like a couple of 3 hours later, everyone was just like, it was kind of dinner time, so it was like everyone around the place is just cooking their dinner, whatever. The car drives in, and the windows open, and I'm not joking you, like, booming, booming from this car that I didn't know was them returning from the funeral. Dun 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 dun. Really loud, really loud. We probably just started
Good
bursting
funeral.
ourselves laughing, straight from a funeral till you can leave your hat on. I just thought it was just hilarious. It was very funny.
Yeah, dude.
But,
Yeah, it wasn't a close relationship, so I don't think they weren't totally caught up over that. They were they'd made their peace. They'd made their peace with it.
It's
with
what she
the whole
wanted.
thing.
It's what
It's
she wanted. She told me.
She was actually. That's what she was. She was a coyote ugly. She was
stripper.
And then your man pops in with a joke, just ugly in my opinion. Oh, all this kind of like joshing.
Don't think that song was in Coyote Ugly, by the way. It was Full
Oh,
Monty.
was it not?
Full Monty.
Okay, stripper so.
Stripper, though. And Coyote Ugly, they weren't strippers.
Okay, I didn't see the movie. What were they?
Coyote Ugly was a bar.
Okay.
And
And what
they,
did they do in
did
the bar?
dance erotically on
Right.
top of the bars, but they did
Okay.
not. What was it? Can't Fight the Moonlight by that was from that song. Is that from that movie?
I think it might be. So wait, like, what was the point of them doing that?
Well, I guess they could get people to drink, and a lot of guys would come to the bar, kind of like Hooters, I guess.
They were probably fucking stopping lads from drinking,
No, I
getting
think
in their way.
because they would quite erotically lean back and have drinks poured down for themselves, drinking, and then their t-shirts would become wet, and It would be
So
all
there's
very
fucking so they're fucking pouring drink all over their clothes and it's stopping they're getting
destroying the
lads'
clothes,
ways.
destroying their
This
clothes, and then someone
this
has to clean
business
that.
is
Someone has to clean.
bullshit.
But
Products going down the drain, and then the boys at the bar are like, "Would you get your fucking dirty manky toe out of my pint, please?"
but you just as a matter of interest, do you know who wrote that song? You can leave your hat on. Or give me one,
No,
the artist. If you, I
I'm
only knew
gonna say
one
Tom
artist.
Jones.
Tom Jones is the one that did the full Monty version of it. Yeah, he did that for
Okay.
the full Monty. It
Right.
became quite famous before him by Joe Cocker.
I want. Oh damn it! I was gonna guess.
But you can. There's one more. He did not write it. Joe Cocker made it kind of famous. He did a rockier version of it, which I've listened to all these versions now. Actually, just today, Joe Cocker did one, which I love. Joe Cocker as well. I love his version of "Get By with a Little Help from My Friends." It's just amazing.
Okay.
Um,
I'm gonna guess because the reason you're saying to me is obviously because someone surprising. I'm gonna guess like Bob Dylan or something like that.
Not Bob Dylan, but a guy, the person that wrote this wrote it because of insecurities people have. And the same guy wrote a song about insecurities that, different insecurities that people have that you sing. A song that you sing.
I know the one. I know who it is. I bet you it's the same guy who wrote Short People, right?
Genau.
Oh, what's his name though? Newman. No, is it Newman?
You have it. You have it.
Yeah.
Now think of someone that's really promiscuous.
Slutty Newman.
Close.
Is that his name?
But he just yes he always wants it though. Okay, that would still use slutty. Begins with an R.
I just can't. Randy Newman. Thank you, Randy Newman.
Randy
yeah,
Newman.
did he write that? Yeah, that makes sense. Wow, there's depth to his writing.
Oh man, when I said it, I was like, Randy Newman again, popping up everywhere. Like you can leave your hat on, but also like Toy Story, like You Got a Friend in Me, like all over.
So it obviously wasn't. It wasn't obviously meant as to be used. The way it was written wasn't meant to be in the way it was used.
It's very slow. His version of it is very like, baby, take off your shoes. I don't know. I'm trying to do a Randy Newman voice there, but no, it's quite a slow down version. Worth listening to. It's sweet. It's nice. Joe Cocker does a nicer version of it, and Tom Jones is Tom Jones.
Tom Jones is trying to. He's like, you can leave the hat on if you want. Tom Jones isn't bothered. He wants to get the clothes off. He's trying to seduce.
Me and Tom would be good together in a lake. Like we'd be no hats.
There's a very good photo of himself. I think it's himself. It's either him or David Hasselhoff in like a pair of really tight underpants, like Y fronts, and posing like I think he's lying down with like one leg like cocked, like you know what I mean. He's got one knee up. Let's say he's kind of like lying off to the side. And it's like he's a hairy he's a hairy man like. Yes. And it looks like the least sexually appealing thing, I think. Now, again, I'm probably not the best judge of that for dudes, but like I would assume women also wouldn't find that sexually appealing, but maybe I'm wrong.
It's one thing I've learned in my time, Ed.
At the lake.
It's the dour people.
Who knows what's sexually appealing? What have the dour people taught you, Andy?
Is that there is many roads to be traveled. Can lead you anywhere, and okay, I'm
just gonna hum that slowly while you give your lesson.
I have got no lesson, but yeah.
Don't look directly at the sun. Don't look directly at the sun.
Oh, I purchased a generator with a solar panel as well. I used that for the first time as well. So I learned a lot about electricity.
Generator.
I bought a mini like a mini. It's not a generator. I don't know if it does generate its own electricity, but I bought the solar panel to come with it. It holds electricity. What would you call that thing that I can
capacitor?
I can plug things into this and plug I can plug a grill into it or a lights.
Wow, like a charger pack or something like that.
Like a giant battery, I guess is what it is.
Yeah, battery. But you charge the battery.
But I charged the battery before I go there. But I was using the power of the sun to charge it while I was there, and very, very, very scientific camping trip. But I had never used it before.
The way you said it. Okay, and did it work?
It worked. Yeah, yeah. It does take 14 hours to fully charge. So, and being in a forest type situation was not ideal. I had to kind of bring the whole thing off with me and then plug it in a spot that got a lot of sun for a few hours and just sit there and read a book. But it was worse things in life, and yeah. But it's
Definitely.
got to we. It was interesting to do it with the kids actually because you do see how much electricity everything uses. So you plug it in, and it tells you, okay, this is how much it's draining right now, and how much time
Mm.
will be left. And then we used a different one because I used a grill the first day, and that really eats up the electricity.
Yeah.
Trying to heat up those bars, but I used an induction hob the second time, and that was half the amount of electricity. And yeah, so anyways, interesting times. Loved camping.
Did you hear about the River Danube level dropping? No,
I've heard
to
about
the point.
river levels dropping. I've heard a couple of bombs have been found, or of old warships, or
Yeah,
something like that.
yeah, old Nazi warships. I think on the Danube, on the border between, I want to say Hungary and Serbia or something like that.
Hmm.
And they've found like Nazi warships like sunk in the Danube. Um, they're now surfacing and like people can like walk across them and stuff like that. Like, isn't that mental?
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's really, really.
yeah,
It's
depressing,
it's
but
all so
crazy.
depressing, but so, like it's very hard when the sun is shining to be depressed.
It's very hard, and also it's very. I feel like the fact that okay, this really obviously ecologically disastrous thing is happening. But it's like, but we could see Nazi warships. How cool is that, guys? You know, it's like it's like a real balm to like the real burn that we're getting, like because we're destroying our own ecosystem. And
See, that's
it's like, yeah, but
physical
look, check
and
out this fucking
metaphorical. That's both
Nazi
physical and
warships.
metaphorical. Well done, well done. You're a fucking
Thank
brilliant,
you.
brilliant.
So yeah, I don't know if you'd heard that, if that's big news over there, but it kind of surfaced here, if you'll pardon the pun. Boom,
Very nice.
boom.
Let's jump to some music. My
Yeah, yeah. Go on, yeah. Because you kind of investigated some music. You did.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
well part of the second thing I wanted to say was like I feel like I'm going to just introduce an album that I've bought. As I've said in previous episodes, I bought a record player and I'm loving it. I love wandering record shops now and just kind of seeing
I'm
things,
loving it.
loving it.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
But the one I bought recently, the most recent one, is one that I've been
What?
told. I'm not. I wish I was. I wish I was a cooler young lad. Not that I'm any way cooler now that I'm older, but go on. You want to jump in there before I start rambling?
What's the McDonald's catchphrase? In Germany? Do they say "Ich liebe es"?
No, I think they just leave it as I'm loving it, but I haven't
Oh,
seen much about it.
okay, sorry.
I'll find out for you. I'll have a look around and
Thank
see
you.
what it is. I'll keep my eyes open.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Ich liebe es.
No, it's not going to. Doesn't sit. I think they just leave the English there.
Yeah, sounds just as stupid as I'm loving it, but whatever. Okay, yeah, go on. Sorry.
Album of the week, Run DMC self-titled album. Were you
What's it
into Run
called?
DMC? It's called Run DMC. Wasn't that what a self-titled album is?
Yeah.
Jeez,
I was trying to be
fucking
silly.
prick. See, I doubt myself. I just read that, but yeah, I bought it and because I
No,
bought it because one because my younger son bought like about 12 months ago. I bought a little bag that says Run DMC on the side because he just liked the look of it. Knew nothing about the band. Knew nothing. We were in a record shop and they were selling this bag for like €15 and he had his own pocket money, so he wanted to buy it. So we bought it and he's had it. And
cool.
he's very proud of it and loves it. And it does look awesome on him. But so I bought the album knowing that like it's kind of okay. I've heard this is kind of famous. Were you into Run DMC at all?
No, but obviously I knew they existed, but I was never into. I think they're rap, right?
Yeah,
Rap,
kind of. They kind of brought hip
hip
hop,
hop.
rap, and rock together, kind of a thing. And I suppose their
Oh,
famous breakout tune was the "It's Like That," and they had that whole thing with the Run DMC versus Jason Nevins with the dance off. Remember that music video, the dance off? It's
no.
like you don't remember that music video?
Oh,
You
I
must
do.
do.
Yeah,
They're facing off each other in a warehouse, and it's like
yeah.
it's like that. That's the way it is.
No, I don't remember the video, but I remember the song.
Okay, well, look up the video after this.
will.
It's nice, but it's an absolute cracking album. And I know that most people that are listening to music and are into music, and I know this is a podcast about music, but that we're honest enough to say that we know little about it, but we enjoy it and we enjoy playing it. And I'm
Mm.
loving kind of feeling like a kid as well again, and just listening to this, and that and my lads love it as well. It's such a brilliant album, and just to go. This is always an interesting thing as well when you talk with kids about lyrics as well, because you don't want to dumb down shit for kids either. But like some of the just lyrics today are just shit. But there's also like a lot of lyrics that kind of pass the radio test, but what they're talking about is kind of unusual for a kid to
Yeah,
say. Like "I lick your bum bum down." Like that song was radio fine, wasn't it? Wasn't that
it
didn't that
was.
I like
Yeah,
Inner Circle? I've
Curler.
been watching you a la 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 la
La, la,
long.
la, la.
Like
Yeah.
what's going on? Like, but all somehow they've kind of managed to get around the radio edit of just like he's talking about stalking and making making
Well,
love.
I think that I lick your bum bum down is definitely a very good point to make there because I lick your bum bum down.
Well, as I think I've mentioned previously, the Inner Circle is also, and that if you go through those lyrics, because I had that song on once as a sports teacher. I think I said this before. Did I tell you this before?
I think what's the inner circle
Inner
again?
Circle is oh god, I've been watching you a lot of
Oh,
girl.
sorry. Yeah, okay. I didn't know that was
Just
the inner
before I
circle.
make my move, my emotions
I want
start
to
to
make you
rise.
sweat.
Yeah, girl, I'm gonna make you
I
sweat.
want to make you
Sweat till you
Yeah.
can't sweat no more. And if you cry out, I'm gonna push it some more. What?
A
It's just
la
like,
la 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 long.
hit the stop button. Hit the stop button quick.
Yeah, but he's into like he's straight into the chorus, which is really bouncy. You know, a la 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 long. So it's like, oh well, he kind of got away with it there, I guess. You know. But
But yeah,
so I think I don't know if I mentioned this or not, but I was somewhere and I heard that public place, and I heard that song by Eminem and somebody else. I can't remember what it was called, but there's a line in it, and it was, I get more ass than a toilet seat,
love that line.
which I think is such a funny line. You know what he's saying, like, but I think it's just the fact that it's a toilet seat that he used. It's a really funny line, like,
Really,
it's
really
good,
great. Yeah.
really witty.
Run DMC have a song called "It's Tricky." Have you ever heard of that song? You've
No,
probably heard it, but just don't know you've heard it. When I
it's
heard it
tricky.
on this album again, I just so much of music I missed as a kid. Um, this song, I remember this song from Old School. I think it was Old School, or else it was one of those kind of old school type songs. It's like I can't even do the song justice. It's tricky, it's do the rocker and da 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 da.
Oh yeah, I know
It's
the one. Yeah,
tricky.
I do know it.
It's
Yeah.
tricky, yeah. But my lads love that, and they've got the rhythm, or they've got the melody of it now. So now they're starting to move into lyrics, kind of. So I was like, I'm gonna have to start looking up these lyrics. But like, it's pretty okay actually as lyrics. But I'm gonna do the first. I'm just gonna read it and rap at the same time.
Nice.
This speech is
The
my
way rap
recital.
was intended.
The speech is my recital. I think it's very vital to rock a rhyme that's right on time. It's tricky is the title. Here we go. It's tricky. It's okay. So I'm gonna say it's tricky. I can't do the chorus. It's tricky. It's tricky. I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and bust her out. I had to leave real early. These girls are really sleazy. All they just do say is please me or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy. It's tricky. And then, so yeah,
Okay, yeah,
not the worst, but at the same
well,
time,
it's pretty bad. It's
it,
pretty
it, it,
bad.
it requires a breakdown, like of just, or maybe it
Yeah.
doesn't, because we grew up kind of listening to all this stuff and really not knowing. Well, then
Did
again, I
not
feel
know
like
that,
we're a
no.
different level of naive. Um, I
Yeah, we were.
definitely am, anyways.
I was very naive, but I never would have delved that deep into song lyrics like that. But oh god, sugar. What was I going to say there? That's a lot of songs that I know there that I didn't realize I knew. And did Run DMC? What year are we talking here now?
1986. They
90s.
brought out that album.
86. Wow. Like, I mean, it was a really different style of rapping then, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Like, it
yeah,
was
yeah.
really
There's a
like,
lot of
you know,
scratching, record scratching. It's kind of you
yeah.
look them up as well. Like they think they're very much. What's one of the members? I think his name is Michael McDaniels or something like that. I think that's where
Oh,
the run DMC comes part. DMC Daniel McDaniels. That's his name, and I think that's where the DMC Daniel McDaniels. It's a great name.
class.
and
Class name.
yeah, so they were like two.
Mm.
What were they? Two. There was they were just. There were three high schoolers, and their one of their mums basically turned their apartment into a music studio for them. She was studying at college,
Wow.
and she was like, if you're going to make music, then you just do it here. So she basically just fucking gave them everything they needed, and yeah, and they got a big hit with that. They have another song called My Adidas, and they ended up getting
Okay.
and it's all about how, because they used to, a huge part of their thing was Adidas,
Mm.
and always wearing Adidas like with laces open and the tongue puffed out. It was a specific style that
Okay.
they kind of I don't know if they started, but it certainly made it famous, and they were like one of the first music artists to get a deal with like a sports company.
Oh,
And yeah,
fair
what other
play.
things? Yeah, they've been accepted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame for the stuff that they did with Aerosmith. And in general, if you listen to the album, it does like switch into kind of electric guitar riffs and stuff. It's highly recommended. It like just to sit down and just
Okay.
listen to it.
Nice.
It's really really nice. So that's my album recommendation for this
Nice. Well
week.
done.
So
Cool.
we've yeah, I'm kind of in a Lauren Hill and then Run DMC. But yeah.
Mm.
I want to give
You've
a
come
shout out as well
backwards. That's
before
very
we
good.
look at this as well. The gears have greased up, man. It seems
Yeah. They just need to, it's carbon brushes, man. Just need to
carbon,
bed in. That's the name of this episode, carbon brushes.
carbon brushes. I'll write it down. Write it on my notes
Uh,
here. The carbon
my
brush.
little notebook.
What is this? This is not a notebook. This is the instruction manual for my induction hob that I used
Well
on my
done.
travels. 1,200 amps. Watts rather. Sorry, watts. Amps. I don't even know the difference. I know nothing about
That would be a
technical
lot
shit.
of amps.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know, and I don't understand anything about fucking technology, but I
Mm.
understand solar panels and how they charge things.
Do
I
you? I don't
no,
understand
don't. I
that.
don't understand. I understand how to plug in a solar panel and make it charge the thing I have. That's what
Okay.
I understand.
I think
Uh,
that's everybody's level of technology, so don't worry about that.
I have two things left. First thing
Go
is
on.
I want to jump back to Clonakilty, which I spoke about a few weeks ago, and I forgot the two times we've had this podcast to give a shout out to a shop there, and it's called the Happy Go Lucky Shop. It's a board
Okay.
game shop, and the reason I wanted to kind of do it is just Clonakilty, and I feel like West Cork especially. A lot of these small villages and towns that they have there are still holding on to these artisanal kind of shops, like like there's a shop for something. It's not a fucking go in and there's everything here like I don't know, like Decathlon, but it's
Mm.
and this happy go lucky shop. When we went in there, of course I went in with my boys, and they were fucking, anytime you go into a toy shop, of course, like we all remember just the fucking excitement of it, and you just want everything. And my younger one was just seeing all the giant tractors, and he wants like he wants just the biggest one they had. Like he's like, can I get this? Can I get this? And, we kind of have to tell him that we can't bring it back in car or on the plane and stuff like that. Plus, it's like whatever 80-90 euros. But it's all very good stuff that he had, like that they have there as well. And I don't know, like being in there as well, and then I got chatting to the owner, who I believe is French. I'm not sure if he is, but we got chatting about kind of games and what games he's playing right now. And I asked him, like, that's exactly what I said. I was like, what board game are you into right now? So like, he could have sold me anything in the shop, like, or tried to sell me anything in the shop, but he just started going into lots of detail about this game called Res Arcana, Res Arcana, and
Okay.
it doesn't really matter about the game. It's a beautiful game. But it's just the way he just took the time to chat to me about it. And then the guy that came in to work in the shop, he was by himself first, and then when I was leaving, there was a new guy in there, and he just started talking about all the games that he was into. And it was the nicest interaction. I ended up buying that game, and I ended up buying my sort of a small little digger, and a little metal kind of truck to pull it along. And I just thought this shop was really nice, and I just wanted to, I don't know, in the theme of get folked and getting folk, and it just seems like there's just a lot of nice places down in West Cork that people should go see, and not only see but go support these small shops, because I do fear the day that they're all going to shut down, because it's just easier. And I'm myself the same in terms of buying my stuff in more convenient places like Decathlon, because it's just easier and cheaper most of the time. But yeah, so happy go lucky. If you are ever down in Clonakilty, pop in there and talk to the guy about board games if you're into them, because we bought one, and it's now my son's favorite game, and it is really good. You get to be a mage making potions. It's pretty cool. We're pretty cool. Okay. A lot of people
Sounds
cool.
Look.
Sounds awesome.
Does sound cool.
Anyways, and my final thing, my tip for a gig this week is I'm going to a concert on Thursday night. Let me see. I have the details of it put up here. It's in Bavul, and I've gone to see them. I spoke a few months ago about a Belarusian folk band. Oh yeah, I'm back to the scene of like being dissed in the dance. Remember I told you, like I got up and I had a moment where I didn't look. Everyone had to get a partner, and there was a moment where I nearly had a partner, but I turned, and then the partner was gone, and then I just had to kind of ample over to the side and watch everyone dance. So that band are coming back, and they're playing not just a workshop now, but they're going to be playing a concert in oh man, what am I doing here? In Bavul, and the name of them is, oh god, I've lost it all my notes. Talk there, Ed.
Well, while my only music thing this week was I was working on rewriting a song actually, and the rewrite, I think I was telling you I was going to do this, was it was one of the first songs that we kind of put together, and I stopped liking it, and sometimes that happens. The song is called Lily, and it's about a lady. It's about like a real live person who, well, she's not alive anymore, but like an old lady that used to. I don't want to give too much info, but it's she wasn't a very pleasant person, and I remember I wrote a song about her before. Kind of don't really like it anytime I hear it lyric wise, so I've rewritten it. So I was working on that. That was my only kind of music thing. All working towards this this fabled album. I feel like we're like getting people to invest in a Ponzi scheme, talking about this album so much, but it is real, or will be real, and we haven't asked anybody to invest anything, only their hopes, dreams.
Yes, yeah.
So take us to court if you want, but there's no judge in the land is going to side with you. So, yeah.
Well, we have the release party set up, so that we have all the pieces are in place.
We could have more than one release party. I think we could release it several times. Then it's getting into Ponzi scheme territory for sure. But yeah, no, that's it is still going on, and I've like that one to. I've that rewrite to do, and then I've just kind of maybe a chorus to do, and I've also decided on a cover, because I think it's nice to do a cover of a song. So I've picked my cover song now as well, but I want to talk to you about that before I go blabbing.
Lovely.
So anyway, go on. Did you find the name of the band?
The name of the band is Kapela Kotra, a Belarusian-Australian trio playing traditional music from Belarus, Ukraine, Lithuania, and Poland. Currently involved in the research, interpretation, and performance of Belarusian Jewish village music from archival sources. They are based in Vilnius in Lithuania. And I'll be going to see them in Bavul at 8 o'clock. I think they're 7:30 actually it starts in Bavul in Berlin. So if you are listening,
what day did you say that was?
Thursday.
This Thursday, the 20th.
20th. Yes.
Yes, okay.
Very all good. Right, so that's it, Ed. We made it.
Those brushes.
Thanks
going for next week.
Brushes. Have a great week, everyone, and a great week to yourself, Ed. Take care.
You too.
Bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
Oh, press that button.
Do you want to try and speak some Run DMC lyrics over Wandering Willie?
Let's see what we got here. I don't think I'll get enough time in.
Oh, it's on a phone, is it?
Nah. I must have deleted
lick boom boom, lick boom boom down.
Her hair was
lick boom boom, lick boom.
Next time.
We gotta next
Take
time.
care.
Yeah.